Good morning, everybody. I am just waiting to go on the air. Had to broadcast from my office this morning because had lots and lots of things to do. So I'm waiting for them to call me in, and um, and then we're gonna get on the air. And just because I am waiting, let me just put a plug in. If you have not gotten this book, if you have not purchased this book, $15, but you're a minister by yours truly. You need to get this book. I'm telling you, it's some good reading, it's some comfort. I mean, if you're not doing anything, just pick up this book. I this book is by my resting place every night. I'm reading it, rereading it, rereading it. Of course, I'm still editing it, even though it's published. Finding out what I could have done wrong, better, whatever. But it's my book. But it's a good book. It's a really good book. So if you haven't gotten your book, you can order it for $15. I mean, I'm gonna put it in the comments on where you can get the book from. So okay, it's called "But You're a Minister," and I'm gonna put my website up there. Second, if you haven't heard, my kickoff day for a campaign is April 24th. It's going to be at Roger Brown's. It's going to be a dinner, and it is $30, but it's a campaign fundraiser. Okay, so it's going to be worth it, and we're gonna have some fun. Anybody that know me, anything I do is never boring. I don't believe in just because you're a preacher, you bore people to death. I don't believe in that. We're gonna have a good time at this kickoff, and we're gonna get some information out and my platform items, some of them, and we're gonna, just enjoy the kickoff of my campaign as a Portsmouth Public School Board member. So you can get your ticket. You can pre-order your tickets if you want, or be put on a wheel call. You can also go to that website for that um, to get your ticket for my campaign kickoff, and also to get your book. The book $15. The campaign kickoff is $30 because it is also a fundraiser plus dinner. So I had to make sure that it was priced appropriately. You don't have to be dressed up. Come from work. Meet me at 6:30 at Roger Brown's on April 24th. Okay, don't worry about it. Dressing up. Just support by purchasing a ticket. Okay. So let me put this in the notes, in the comments, and as soon as here we go, y'all. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Look, within the next 30 seconds, I'm going to call you back from the radio station telephone. And I may not say anything to you, but anyway, once you connect, just stay on the telephone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to call you back within the next 20 to 30 seconds.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Uh-huh. We get ready to get started, y'all. Just waiting on Mr. Eason. Y'all know Mr. Donald Eason is gonna call me back, and we're gonna get this discussion started for this morning's broadcast on WPCE 1400, The Love Spot with Minister Love and Mrs. G. I'm not exactly sure if she's going to be attending today. She's in a meeting. That's why I'm at the office. But we're gonna make it do what it do. Shut this door. Okay. Because we got other people in the building, and they like to speak when they come back. Okay.
More of the best you have been listening to the radio broadcast of Listening in America, the next generation. Make sure you stay tuned once again on the first Saturday in the month of April from 10 until 11 o'clock. p.m. right here on 1400 AM WBCE, Portsmouth, Norfolk. I'm Donald L. Eason. Good morning. At this time, we're now on the Love Spot radio broadcast with your radio minister, Minister Love. Good morning, you Minister Love. You're now on the air.
Good morning, Mr. Easton, and good morning to you, lovelies. It is a pleasure to be in your ear listening presence once again. Right now, I don't know where Miss G is. She had a quick meeting, but that's okay. We're going to move on with what we do when we do. We're going to come from Matthew 5:37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. And I just wanted to make that discussion because this scripture talks about, how we just swear something happened, but the word tells us don't swear to the heavens because that's God's throne. It tells us don't swear to the earth because this is his footstool. So we just want to, whatever we say we're going to do, we want to do it. And whatever we say we're not going to do, we want to not do it and just be firm on what we say that we're going to do. Let me tell you something about me. If I tell you I'm going to help you with something, I'm going to volunteer or I'm going to be there for you. And when you describe what it is that you want me to do and I say, yes, I'm going to do it, I give you a yay, that's what I expect you to do. Don't change up in doing it without coming to me first. Don't be in the process and say you want to change something and you got me sitting there looking crazy because I don't know what's going on. That's when we become unbenefited. That's when I think the evil cometh because I have a problem with people not sticking to their word. If I said I'm going to agree to eating chicken and macaroni and cheese, and you take me out and we're going to eat chicken, macaroni and cheese, or I got to pay for chicken, macaroni and cheese, and you come with some chicken and some rice, then I have a totally different problem because somebody done told me something that's not true. I mean, I know I'm just using my examples, but what I'm saying is your word is everything. This is how my grandmother raised me. You have to be a woman of your word. You have to say what you mean what you say, and do what you say you're going to do. Your word is all that you have. Now, if your word is worth nothing, it's going to be out there that you are not hitting on anything. People cannot trust you. You cannot be dependent on to do what you say you're going to do. Who wants that type of description about themselves? That characteristic that their word is not bond. And I just am that type of person that I hold you to your word because I was raised to stick to what I said I was going to do. Yes, I understand we all have changes. We all make our minds up, and you women change up a lot, not trying to just be stereotypical, but we change up. But when you change, it is your place to go to that individual first and say, hey, we're going to change the way we do this tonight. We're going to change the way we're doing this today. Is that okay with you, or do I need to find somebody else? Are you comfortable doing that? And if you don't do that, that is what you have agreed with that person has been broken. You have breached that verbal communication or that written contract. Okay, and we have to understand it's important. The way that you treat people is important. You can't just leave a person hanging because you're the person in charge. You can't do that. You have to be respectful of a person's time and respectful of the agreement that you made with that individual. Let your yay be yay, your nay be nay, until you go and change it properly with whoever you were talking to or making an agreement with. Y'all don't understand how adamant I am about being able to take someone at their word. I know we always say, oh, we don't trust in man, the word tells us we trust God, but when I'm trying to get something done, I need you to be honest about your part of this situation, this process. Are you going to just tell me some things just to get me going, and then my whole activity fall apart because you did not stick to your part of the process? Okay, it's a different level of trust for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we agree to do something, we're gonna. You need to take on your part. I need to take on my part, and we come together and make it happen. Or we're gonna disagree, same difference. But my whole thing is your word is all that you have. I don't know who's out there that needs to hear this, whether you're a supervisor, come on. If you are in charge of some people and your subordinates can't trust you, you have lost the whole leadership description. You are not a leader if your subordinates don't respect you. Because see, leaders are born. In order to be a leader, that means that you'll be able to coerce or convince someone to do things that you need them to do, even when they don't want to do them. That's what a leader does. A supervisor is somebody that just gets the job done, period. It doesn't matter as long as the job gets done. But a supervisor will leave and the subordinates will leave and they are happy to have done the job. That's a leader. And one of the qualifications or characteristics of being a good leader is being honest with your people, to let them know that, hey, if Minister Love said that she's going to do this, you better believe it is going to get done, because I know that she is not going to lie to me. So I believe that she's going to take care of this situation. So that's why we have to make sure that what comes out of our mouth is honesty. We have to make sure that when we say we're not going to do something, we don't do it. Okay? If we say that we can't afford something, we can't afford it. And don't even try to scrape it up. Stick to your guns. If you say no, let it be no. If you say yes, let it be yes. If you say that we're going to do this, that, and the other at an event, let it be that. Don't change up without telling the person that you made the agreement with. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You know how we talk that slang. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and they feel like, I'm going to tell you the type of person I am. I don't want to really work with you. If we have agreed to do something together and you all of a sudden arbitrarily change it up, I just don't want to work with you anymore, because I'm like, I don't know what you might do. You're too spontaneous for me. We said we was going to do one thing, and then here it comes. You're doing something else, and you haven't even consulted with me about it. So you go ahead on and do everything by yourself. That way nobody has a complaint. Nobody has been insulted. Nobody has anything to say, because this is your thing, baby. Do what you want to do. I get really, agitated about it, because it's important that people believe you when you say you're going to do something. And I'm going to leeway into my campaign right now, because I'm telling these people, the citizens of Portsmouth, that I am going to work. I am going to go to battle for them. I am for their kids, for the staff, down to the coaches. I am going to do everything that I can to make sure that their life is sufficient, that their income is sufficient, that we have done everything we possibly could with the funds that we are allotted to make sure that they can take care of their families, because that is what is important. At the end of the day, yes, I can teach your kids, but after I finish with your kids, can I take care of my kids? Can I feed my children? Can I buy them clothes? That is the thing. Can they have extracurricular activities after I done dealt with your children all day? And I'm telling you, when you treat your employees and your subordinates better, they do better. What the last thing you want is for someone to come to work and say, I don't get paid enough for this. I would come to work and say, you know what, they pay me to do this. When I was in the military, I said, oh, they pay me to salute. They pay me to respect his rank. I don't have to like the individual, but because you paid me enough to do certain things, I did it. I didn't have to like it. I didn't drag it on. Once it was done, it's over. I still left with respect for myself. I didn't kiss up to anybody, whether it was military or whether it was as a deputy chef. Nobody can ever tell you that I did anything that wasn't morally correct. So it was like, when you have subordinates, you need to take care of them. When you have someone working with you, you need to make sure that they trust what you say. The last thing you want to hear is somebody say, you can't believe nothing that come out her mouth. I can't believe her as far as I can throw her. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good thing, because we understand that bad things stay with us. The good things, they'll forget the good things in minutes. But the bad things linger and linger and linger and linger. And that is why I want to put emphasis on, let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. If you're gonna do something, you say you're gonna do something, please do it. And I promise the citizens of Portsmouth that I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that we are doing everything we can as a school board to take care of you as the students, take care of you as the staff, and you as the parents, because the parents are involved, and we're going to have to get them better involved in what's going on so they can stop going around saying that they don't care. The days of they don't care will be over when you elect me to the Portsmouth Public School Board. Yeah, I had to put my plug in there, but I'm telling you, anybody that know me know that I'm telling the truth and I'm speaking from the heart. The days that they don't care is soon to be over on November 3rd when you elect Arnett D. Love McSwain. So back to Matthew 5:37. Okay, so we don't have to swear. We don't have to say, "Oh, I swear this and I swear that's gonna happen. I swear I'm gonna do." We don't have to do that, because we don't want to come against God in any form or fashion, whether it be on His throne or at His footstool. We just want to be honest with what we say we're gonna do. We say we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. If we're not gonna do it, we're not gonna do it. If you say it's gonna last till 4 o'clock, preachers, let it last till 4 o'clock. Because the last thing you don't want a person to do is say, I'm not going to that church, I'm not going to the events because they said it was going to be over at 4 and it won't over till 5:30. Come on. This is how you get people to come back. This is how you get people to follow you, because they believe what you say. They know that you are a person of your word, and they will continue to support you. Okay? So I'm just putting this out here in the atmosphere. Those who need it, you bite. If not, so may it be until next week. I want you to remember that God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Go on and love somebody else, because you are worthy to be loved. And there's a purpose on your life. God has you here for a reason. Find your reason and get to it and keep living until the living is done. May the worst that you do speak for you, and may the worst that I've done speak for me. I thank you so much for lending me your ear. God bless you until next Saturday.
For the past 15 minutes, you have been listening to the Love Spot radio broadcast with your radio minister, Minister Love.
All right, y'all. Y'all know it's early and my sinuses is just calming down. They're just calming down. So I always have my little white tissue, because I have issues since I've been in the military, and the military don't want to address it. They don't want to acknowledge it, but they will. They will. Messed my sinuses up with them gas chambers and stuff, but all things work together. But anyways, I just want to just put that out. It's so important that when you tell someone you're going to do something, that you do it. And if you don't do it, give them a call. Let them know prior. Don't stand a person up. And if you make an agreement with somebody and you decide to change it, go to that person first. People don't understand that is important. That's respectful. That is respectful. Go to that person first and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna make a little change. This is what I'm gonna do. Are you cool with that? Because if not, I can take care of it. That's how you treat people. See, I learned a long time ago, and especially when I was actively selling real estate. Your time is so valuable. You are valuable, and you deserve to be treated as such. You deserve to be respected. Everything about you deserves respect. your mind, your body, your voice, everything deserves respect. And I don't know how many people that don't get to hear it. So I want to tell you. I want to tell you that because my mother did everything she could to validate me and to teach me how to self-validate. And I even failed through at times. So anything I can think about to remind you or to teach some and remind others, I do it. I do it. And I know I haven't been making a lot of videos because I've been doing a lot of work for my campaign, but I have not forgotten why God placed me here. You know, this is just another portion of what he wants me to do. But I haven't forgotten, so I'll come up with some more videos and some more um, inspirational messages, some more empowerment, because it's important that we empower each other. And until all of us can empower each other, I will continue to do what it is that God has me to do. One thing we have to stop doing and find a way to get these individuals to stop doing, that is killing each other. We can't do that. And I do believe that it comes from lack of knowledge. I do believe in the scripture where it tells us that because of, due to the lack of knowledge my people will perish. I believe that because if these guys and these girls knew how valuable their minds were, if they knew how much they can accomplish just using their minds, they wouldn't be out here trying to figure out how to shoot somebody's child down. The last thing I want to experience is that I cry. Listen, I cried this morning doing my devotions. I forgot what I was. Oh, about the young man, the basketball star that was accidentally shot. We have to get a hold on these things. And I'm just praying and praying, praying that God will forgive us and heal our land. But we have to go through him. We have to seek his face. We have to pray. Come on, y'all. Y'all pray, prayer warriors. Y'all pray with me. It's one thing to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, but we have to become prayer warriors and pray about it and fast as well. We don't know where the next gunshot or the next bullet is coming from, so we have to be covered in prayer. But then we have to educate our young. We have to educate our children, our youth, and let them know that it's not the route. Use your mind that you're using to be on the street and hustling. Use your mind to create a business that's going to be prosperous and successful for you. I don't have perfect children. I try to teach them what I've learned throughout my experience in life. So don't sit there and think that I think my children are perfect, because I don't. But I teach them what I can. Now they're gonna take the meat and spit out the bones as much as they want. And some of them will cut. One of them might spit out some of the meat. But I'm gonna tell to you your child and others just as if I was talking to my own, because somebody, if I can reach one person, and it might not be mine, but if I can reach one person, I have done what God wanted me to do. So let's continue to empower our young people, encourage them, let them know that they can do better, and we just keep pushing so that we can get our murder rate down. You know, this we talking about finality. We talking about this is final. This is it. And you're taking somebody's life at 15. I mean, come on, babies. 15. I was just discovering who who I am, who I really want to be, or what I'm about to do at 15. Come on. Nobody should be burying their baby at 15. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to sit here and start weeping because it's so sad. Y'all have so much to live for. God placed you here for a reason, not for the kill. And he doesn't kill you. He allows things to happen. And of course, just like anybody else, you're like, why? But why we can't get it right? Why we can't do what we know is morally correct? And we got to get back to teaching our kids and teaching our young folks better ways. Grab somebody, mentor them. Let them know that, hey, there's a better way, honey, and respectful. Put your suit on, put your tie on, put on your dress, honey. Look cute now, and when you do it, but come on, there's a better way. Cover yourself up. Don't look at that stuff on TV. They're doing that to make money, honey. They're doing that to keep up an image. You know, let's do something a little different. Let's be different. Let's put on suits. I had to do because I'm a jean and t-shirt type of girl. I like tennis shoes. but sometimes I have to put on a suit. So let's teach our children how to be versatile, our young people. Know when to put your suits on and know when to tie up your tennis shoes. Put down those guns and use your head. You don't have to go to college. It's what you know sometimes. It's not what you have all the time, but it's what you know. But there are some positions I do believe that you should have college for, but that's my preference. All right. But I love you and I want you to know that just be reminded, if you didn't catch the beginning of this, my book is still on sale, but you're a minister. This will help some of you. You got young girls, 20, 21 years old. You might want to get her this book so she can keep her eyes open. If you can't talk to her about life and hurt and pain from relationships, get my book. It's $15. I put the website in the comments, www.devonlovingme.org. Get the book, $15. It's worth it, but it's just shipping and handling unless you can buy it directly from me. But it'll help you if you can explain to your daughter what's going to happen in life, what may happen, not necessarily to her, but she needs to know what route to take and what route not to take. I took the difficult route. I went around the world to get back to Virginia, and I have I know that God put me through that to be able to share and be transparent with somebody else. And also, my campaign kickoff for the Poston Public School Board is on April 24th, 2028, Roger Brown, 6:30 p.m. $30. I know that everybody's not going to be in something in the water. So make sure you get your tickets, support. I've already had people sending in some donations. I thank you. If you send in anything, please make sure you put your address and your full name because I have to report all of my donations. Please, I will put that in the comment area. I'm about to let y'all go now. God bless you. I love you. God loves you. Make sure you love yourself. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later on during the week. Y'all take care now.